Indian Tiger any percent by MLSTRM. Enjoy.
Yeah, totally. Roll call.
So yeah, roll call. I'm Flippio.
I'm Maelstrom.
And I'm Grocking.
Okay. Yeah, count me in.
Sure. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so this is Tasmanian Tiger. Collection platformer, kind of similar in concept to things like Banjo-Kazooie and stuff.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. I'm just taking a wild guess.
Okay, yeah. So, start of the game. I guess... So yeah, the basic idea of this game is to collect Thunder Eggs, which act like stars or... is it Jiggies in Crash Banjo?
Yeah, I guess so.
Maybe.
It says crash.
Yeah, you got me confused now. Ah, stop talking to him. Okay, so yeah, you skip cutscenes with Y, but I kept talking to him, so I kept activating the cutscene again. It's fine. Whatever. So yeah, so you collect Thunder Eggs. There's lots of ways you can do it. Some are just lying around, some you have to do certain missions for. There's also 5 bilbies in each stage, which are just basically things in cages, which are similar to the Jinjos. You collect all those, you get a Thunder Egg. And the last type is collecting all 300 of those little things, which are called opals. There's 300 in each level. There's 9 levels total. We'll collect... They're kind of split into sections of 3. Each 3, you have to collect 17 Thunder Eggs total between them to unlock a boss, and then you beat the boss and carry on. So this is the first level called 2 Up. At the moment we only have 1 boomerang. We get the second one in a little bit. So this is the bilby. 5 of them in each level. And yeah, skipping cutscenes with Y. So as soon as the cutscene starts, I'll just press Y to try and skip it. Hopefully I won't press it again and then talk to him again, but we'll see. So kind of basic movement, we have a jump, you have a bite move, which you can chain bites through these pies and things. We have obviously boomerangs, you can shoot them. When you get the second one you can also hover with them, which is actually kind of broken because there's a little bit of a boost you can do, so you can kind of get up to places you're not really meant to. And yeah. So coming up here is a little cutscene skip. So just get rid of this guy, get up here. So I can jump up here and just walk across there, and I skip the cutscene. It's pretty convenient. So yeah, there's also other things we don't collect in this game. There's little golden cogs everywhere. They unlock extra boomerangs, but we don't want them because not only does collecting them give you a kind of little animation which wastes a few seconds, but also all the boomerangs you can get are completely useless in 90%. And even in 100% you would just collect them, you wouldn't even use them. Well, you might use 1 or 2 of them at some point, but probably not. So this first level's pretty straightforward, we just get to the end. Well, we just get to the second boomerang, let me do some other stuff and then get to the end. So yeah. So now we have the second boomerang. Hey, I didn't talk to him again, good. So you can jump and then you can hover and you jump, and if you press A at the right time you get a slight boost there. So that was a slight boost to get up there. You can kind of see it, you get a slight height boost if you press A at the right time. So that can let us jump up things we're not really meant to jump up. Like, you're not really meant to jump up there from where we were, but we can conveniently enough. So yeah, just hit these switches to get this Thunder Egg. This platform takes ages, it's such a pain. Okay, so this is the last bilby. As soon as you free the 5th one, you get the Thunder Egg straight away, so... Yeah. Just try to think if there's anything else I should mention just now. I guess story. So the story of this game is your parents like disappear into some weird portal thing and you don't really know why, and then you're running around one day and you find a boomerang and some guy appears and says like, yo, you should come sort out my shit for me, basically. So you go to this Rainbow Cliffs area and he's like, yo, go find these Thunder Eggs so we can get these talismans back, and you're just like, yeah, sure, whatever, why not. Ty just doesn't care. Okay, yeah, here's a good example of the boomerang boost. Okay, I didn't get it. You can jump straight over like gap, you don't have to grab the ledge. Like, that's meant to be the ledge grab tutorial, but you can just jump straight over. And if you jump straight over, you actually skip the cutscene. So at the end of each level, there's this mushroom warp. And also each level has a story-based objective. The story-based objective unlocks this race, and the races are usually at the start of the level, so the mushroom warps usually take you back to the start. They're in different, obviously each level is different, so they're in different places and stuff. In this case, the story objective was just get to the end. Sometimes we completely skip the story objective because it's too long. Sometimes we'll do it and then not do the race because the races take ages, and sometimes we just do it just so we can get the race because the race is really short. So, yep. I'm also playing without a memory card because saving is really slow. So as soon as I get this last Thunder Egg, I can just exit the level straight away. As soon as the animation starts, you have the Thunder Egg in your inventory. If you are playing with a memory card, it saves and you have to wait about 2 seconds before you can exit the level. So yeah, that was the first level. Here I'm just going to jump over a gate because going through doors is boring. No, I'm not. Okay, never mind. That didn't happen. It's fine. Okay. So the second level is Walk in the Park. In case you didn't tell, this game is very Australian. This is based on the rainforest in Australia. Yeah, they do have them apparently.
You do know that Crash Bandicoot's island is off of the coast of Australia.
Ah, okay. Is it Tasmania? Because then I might be...
well, it's just the name of the island. I completely forgot what it is now. Someone in chat can tell me what the name of the first island in Crash Bandicoot is.
Okay, so yeah, as you can tell,
I remembered.
Pretty much everything in this game has collision, which we can actually use to our advantage. So here's a pretty major skip. Normally you go to the right and go a water slide, but I can just jump up here. Whoops. Jump around here and ride this slope over... Oh no, okay, I didn't get the right angle. So this is a pretty precise trick. Actually, can I get a little bit closer so I can see what I'm doing. So we jump in this solid bit here and then I can just float along here. And wow, I'm not getting this at all. Please. Bye, Gropping. Yeah, that's right. He had my... Yeah, he had the black cable. Okay, so this skip saves about 2 minutes. I'm still not losing time going for it, but it's... He had some problem with his eyes. Come on, please Ty, get over there. Oh wow, please! This game hates me. What the hell? I'm not getting this at all.
By the way, I remember the island. It's called Insanity Island.
Okay.
It's a made-up island.
Yeah, I got that much.
But the Bandicoot's from native to Australia, I think. I'm going to stop comparing this to Crash, because it's not like Crash, it's not like Banjo.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, yeah.
So yeah, the idea here is to land on a certain spot on the slope, and you can then basically ride the slope past the ledge. I'm just not getting this at all, I don't know why. Can't see my visual cue very well on this TV. There we go, that should be it. Oh, come on, what, please. This is so annoying. That should be it. Oh wow, please. I don't know what's going wrong because I can't see properly on this TV. It's just a bit dark, if anything. Maybe? Yeah. Can we make the TV brighter? Somehow? Yeah, I can't see this at all.
Holy shit, that's dark.
Yeah, it's really dark. I can't see what I'm looking for at all.
Try it now. Is that any better?
That's just a little bit better, yeah.
Try contrast as well.
Oh, it's way better now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot better, thanks. You can actually see what I'm doing now. Now I can see that I'm just messing it up. Please, just get over the time. Whatever, we're going the slow way, whatever. It's just wasted too much time now. Just taking a water slide. No, I'm having a long try, I want to get this down track. It's just such a pain, man. For fuck's sake. I don't actually have to hold forwards, there's a very specific spot. Whatever, we're going to slow way. That's really dumb, but whatever.
Yeah.
There's no point trying it for like 2 hours. Okay, so this is the way you're meant to go. Normally you wouldn't see any of this. But the game's being a thing. I think I'm just not used to the timing on this TV. I'm one of those people who plays on an LCD normally, so CRT is a little bit hard to get used to. Your run get it first try? Yeah. My runs usually get it first try, but it's having none of it. It's fine. It's fine, if there's time at the end I'll try again. I don't think there will be though, because we're behind schedule already. Okay, so talk to this guy. No, we're not. We're like half an hour behind, I think. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so normally you basically land to the right up there, and then you go around along these platforms from the right and get up to here straight away, which is why it's very convenient. Yeah, it is really easy, I'm just choking, don't worry, it's fine. I fell down, great, okay. That's fine. Yeah, there is a 100% category, but only really one person's run it. I'm gonna maybe try and do some rooting on it and do some runs soon, because it seems just a little bit more fun. The 100% world record or the 80% world record? The 80% world record's about 101 on Xbox, which saves about 3 to 4 minutes over GameCube on loading times, and then PS2 loads even slower still. So I'm playing this on the NTSC GameCube version. Okay, so here's a turkey. You can go one of 2 ways. One way is really good, one way is kind of whatever. Okay, that's fine. That's not the best way, but it's still okay. It's still easy enough. If he goes the other way, you can get him and then end on this tree, which saves around 20 seconds. But that is completely RNG. I haven't found a consistent way to manipulate him. Oh wow, the auto target. Okay, so if you bite and there's an enemy nearby-ish, it doesn't need to be very close. The bite will auto target, and sometimes it just auto targets whatever random thing you walk past last, instead of being the thing you actually want to bite, which makes this very painful sometimes. Okay, there we go. Right, and that's that level. Right. Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Yep.
What's your PB?
My PV is 109.30.
Is that world record? Or
No, world record's about 101.
That's good time.
But 101 is on Xbox, it's about 105 on GameCube, I think the GameCube record is.
So is there a difference in loading
Yeah,
times?
it's just loading times. Everything else is exactly the same.
Okay.
Okay, this is Shipwrecks. One good thing about this game is you can actually swim really, really quickly, which is really fun because, you know, games usually have terrible water physics. Whoops. So you get the aquarangs and then you can basically be a rocket underwater. Get up there.
To answer chat's question on why the room is so empty, it's not actually empty, everyone's just invisible.
Or asleep.
Yeah, there's people asleep on the floor that you can't see.
Okay, so
They
here,
would be if they could.
yeah. So here, we collect these seahorses. This quest will actually be going for the whole thing. What I'm trying to do here, though, is get the seahorse stuck in the corner, and then I can stand on the hitbox. Basically, everything in this game is solid, so you can manipulate hitboxes to jump up things you're not really meant to. If I can get past the seahorse, there we go. So that just skips going around the normal way, so it's about 40 seconds to a minute. So there is a slight trick here you can do, which you can get the boomerangs to clip into the ship and hit the button from the other side, but it's something that I'm not consistent at, unfortunately, so I'm just gonna go to safe way. The only slight problem with swimming in this game is that you gain momentum really easily, but then it's very hard to go slowly, so if I kind of lose where I'm going, I can get stuck pretty easily. Okay, that's not too bad. Oops. Okay, yeah, so here you just have to knock down some coconuts, although you don't have to knock down all of them at all. You can just jump straight to the second one usually and then jump straight on. There I knocked down the third one just because if I don't, I usually bonk my head on it and then fall into the sand, and that's pretty bad. Don't fall down. Okay. So yeah, now we collect a couple more seahorses and then just carry on a little bit. So in this level is actually one we don't want to do the race in, because the races go straight from the start of the end level all the way to the end, which takes about 2.5 minutes, and it's really slow. It's a lot quicker just to get the bilbies on the way. So here's a good example of auto-target being a pain. So when I do this, if you try and face towards the switch, I'll auto-target the seahorses in the water, because apparently you want to look at them and not the switch that you're meant to hit. The auto-target's pretty strong.
I like how the Tasmanian tiger is like the fastest thing underwater.
Yeah.
It's faster than all the fishes.
Actually, when you do the races in these water levels, you race against the kind of lifeguards guy at the start, and you're only slightly slower than him in water, but you're so much faster in on land. In every race you can beat him by like a minute, just because he walks like so slowly. It's really kind of funny. Okay, so there's just a minute of walking up this mountain, so if there's anything you want to say or anything.
Here's something I could say. It's not positive. The last donation that the other stream got was at 4:22 AM. So and we haven't had one for a while on here. So yeah, don't forget, guys. You can donate in the info below the stream.
Yeah, platypus. That's what it is. I'm right up the side of this mountain. Well then, please link me a video, because every one of Papau's runs I've seen, he has not done that. And for reference, Papau is the world record holder. He's also a really helpful guy. He's helped me a lot on a few tricks. Okay, so we just mushroom warp, and then we're going to collect the rest of the seahorses and then be done. Mainly European game. This was actually made by an Australian games company, which makes me wonder why they made the PAL version slower. Like, surely they could have converted it properly, but apparently not.
Isn't
Australia's PAL.
PAL, right?
Yeah.
That is confusing.
Yeah, it's kind of silly.
It's not the
It's a
only
very
time I've
Australian
heard that
game made
happening.
by an Australian company. It runs slower in PAL, which seems just kind of silly. But yeah, it was.
Well, I imagine they developed for NTSC first.
Yeah, probably. Oops, I got stuck on that mine. Weird. So yeah, some of the things, like I said earlier, everything has collision. Some of the hitboxes on some things are just completely wrong though, which can be a bit of a pain. Okay. So now we have the first boss of the game, which is Bull. So the bosses in this game aren't really like direct bosses where you hit them. They're more like puzzle bosses in which you just have to get them to hurt themselves in some way. Especially this first guy, you can't speed up at all. There's very much a minimum time you can do it in.
That's a 2.
And he makes the best noises of any boss ever. Oh, whoops, I'm going the wrong way. Okay, I forgot where I spawned. That was silly. So yeah, you basically just have to get him to run into these 5 pillars. I could have just stayed where I was, actually. That would have been fine. No, we can't really hear him. Oh, that's fine. The stream can hear him. There we go.
What is that? What was that noise?
Mad boss.
Yeah, the boss makes the greatest noises.
Well, that was some sound design. It sounds just like it's distorting. Like, sounds like something you'd hear in your nightmare.
He's pretty mad.
This music, though.
Yeah, the music in this game is amazing. Every area has great tracks. Actually, are we able to turn the TV up a little bit, or is it going to be too loud on the mics? Okay, I don't.
Press the F button.
Whoops, I died. Yeah, well, it's
Oh,
fine.
I'm sitting down.
It's fine because this section has a. I had to wait for him to finish attacking anyway, so I didn't lose any time. It's fine. Yeah, whenever I do runs of this, my chat is half split on "that's the most amazing noise ever" and "oh my god, what the fuck was that? Kill it now." It's pretty funny.
Someone was asking about donation totals. This stream has a total donation total of $15,577.71, and together, both streams have just over, if my math is correct, 33,000.
Nice.
So that's not too bad. And the yellow stream still has more donations than the blue stream, all because of Notch. Thanks, Notch, for that $10,000 donation for Josh to take his shirt off and do his hair up, and
Pigtails.
whatever the hell he did. Yes, thank you, Notch.
It was great.
So now we've beaten the first boss. We've got the first elemental. Wait, we got the first talisman, which gives us the second, which gives us elemental boomerangs. In this case, we get flamerangs. So obviously we can burn things. That thing on the floor there was a rainbow scale. I want to not get any of those in the run because when I get my first one, I get a cutscene. And obviously cutscenes are bad. It only wastes about 5-10 seconds, and then I can collect as many as I want. But it's just nice to have that time saved. So Virgin River Tire unfortunately has a bit of an escort mission in it. So does the next one actually. Like there's a few escort missions in this game kind of thing. So the first kind of half to 2/3 of this level is pretty kind of boring, but then there's a lot of stuff in the last third that's pretty cool. Whoops. There we go.
Could I read some donations?
Yeah, sure, go
Yeah,
for
go.
it.
Okay, we have a $5 donation from Rowan the Panda who says, "Good Rex or Riot, Kappa." And we have a $10 donation from Neil G. "Enjoying the speeding all the way from Cape Town, South Africa." Oh, thanks guys for those donations.
Yeah, for reference from Roy's donation, my PB used to have like a pretty much gold split on the last water level, which is called Rex Master Spot, and so I'd always do runs and then like choke it there, and it became just
That's a good pun.
yeah, it became like there's all the levels in this game are fun. Like this is Bridge on the River Ty.
That sure is a pun.
Every level is in reference to something.
Hey guys, you like puns? We've got a lot of puns here.
Okay, so this is Dennis. He wants us to guide him home by lighting these oil barrels. We do run much faster than him, so luckily these ones don't actually time out. The last few are on a bridge and they do have a bit of a time limit, so I have to be a bit more careful. But although we can't really go too far ahead, luckily there's a detour here, which is very conveniently placed that I can go get a Bilby that's just hanging around over here, and by the time I come back he still won't have caught up, so you can just stay ahead of him for the entire thing pretty easily. Whoops. Okay. Also in my channel this guy's called Kappabat because he just is a pain. Basically he'll either try and attack you and then you can basically never hit him because his hitbox just becomes ridiculous, or I try and attack him first so he doesn't attack me and then he just dodges everything. He's just really good at getting in the way. Yeah, see the boomerangs are just going through him and nothing's happening, but it's fine, he's past it now. Okay, so I need to make sure that I'm not making him wait here. Okay, that's fine. But I also don't want to shoot the bars too early because they do time out pretty quickly. And if they time out, then I have to go back and relight them all, which is just a waste of time. So again, just waiting here for him to catch up. No, Chrome Studios is still around. They're actually making Thai games for like PC and stuff now. But they're like phone games basically. Okay. So that's the boring stuff out of the way for this area. Now we have just a few pretty quick Thunder Eggs that actually have some cool stuff in them. So first of all, oh wow. The auto target is really strong. Okay. So here we have Rex. This is where he tells us how to dive, although we already know, so it's fine. And then we get the super tower, which you're meant to go for all the rings and you're meant to like aim, but you can just kind of do this and then let go of the controller. I'm not going to completely let go in case I mess it up. No, I've messed it up a little bit. Okay, there we go. So yeah, you can just line it up and then just stay in the same place for the entire thing. It's pretty nice. So conveniently in this game, pretty much every kind of slope and scene you can walk up if it isn't too steep, so I can just walk up here and then jump up to here, instead of having to use the bridge and go all the way around the level. And it's a pretty nice shortcut. So this is Neddy the Bully. I want to bait a charge, jump around him, and then shoot him in the back. And then repeat. Why is he going that way? Whatever. That's fine. And then we're trying a slight trick after I've killed him. Basically, if you get hit by anything when you're getting a Thunder Egg, it cancels the animation. That should do it. I didn't get it. Okay, so I can bite into him because he doesn't have a hitbox when he's on the floor, but then, like, for a couple of seconds. And then after the cutscene plays, he becomes solid again. So if I manage to bite inside him, the game then pushes you out, and that interrupts this cutscene, like this animation, so you can just walk again straight away. Saves about 2 seconds. So now we have one thing left, which is the turkeys. They're fairly random. There is a fairly consistent strat, which I hope I'll get, but admittedly I do mess it up fairly often, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Especially in practice, it went pretty badly, so hopefully it goes pretty well now. Should be good. Yeah, okay, that's good. There we go, nice. I really hope that triggered. I might have exited level too soon. I'm actually just going to check in the menu that I actually got that. Because that would be really bad if I didn't. Okay, yeah, we got it. That's fine. So Outback Safari is an interesting level because of the kind of gimmick in it. Instead of being tired and walking around normally, we actually ride around on something, and the certain something we ride around on, everyone will recognize as soon as the level loads as Bull from like the first boss. We now ride around on him for some reason. Yeah.
Does he make really stupid sounds?
He
like
makes the
does?
noise. I can try and make him make the noise.
Oh god.
It's one of his like possible idle animations as he makes the noise. Yeah, faster and riskier strat. Yeah, it sounds like something I'd go for an American, doesn't it? Whatever. Okay. So here we need to collect these 8 guys. They all have fixed spawn points, but once they spawn, they can run around pretty much just randomly. A kind of good time for me on these is about 8:50 left on the timer. It's going pretty well. Yeah, like the Lassie-Rang is pretty bad at aiming at them when they're really close for some reason. That's already the first 6, which is pretty nice. Is there any more in here? I think they should be over this side anyway. Okay, there's one. And then the last one should be up here and to the left. Crap, where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so that was nice. That wasn't too bad. That was pretty good, actually, I think. Yeah, that was pretty nice.
What is that in the sign?
It's just emu, warning emus. So now we have, again, another bit of an escort mission kind of thing. Here we just kind of guide Shazza around the lap of the kind of area. These guys spawn in whatever places. The spawns are always fixed, and actually if you stand in a spawn point before they spawn, they don't spawn like on top of you, so you can kind of keep them away. Wow, please. Please, thank you. So yeah, I just want to crash into them really. She can take damage and it doesn't really slow her down or anything, it's just there's a little bit of a kind of stun animation when she gets hit. Just a little bit late though. Oh yeah, I see Chronicies in the chat. Shout out to Chronicies, found a load of skips in this game, things like the water slide skip, which I failed earlier, and some other stuff as well, that's saved a lot of time over the course of the last few months in terms of route changes. So this is a spawn point I want to kind of interrupt. Oh wow, he spawned there, that's cool. That's not actually happened before. I guess we have one for the list now. There we go. It's around here somewhere. Here, maybe? Oh no, okay, never mind. It didn't spawn, whatever, it's cool. So I'm just gonna wait here, and hopefully I'll get the idle animation. Come on, do it, come on. Make the noise, do it. Please? Nah, I didn't get it. Oh, shame. So yeah, one of the idle animations you can do is the scream from the boss fight. It's pretty funny. And it's just as loud, don't worry.
I beg to differ. I don't find it funny at all.
So yeah, these whirlwinds pull you in. As you can see, I got like attacked by one earlier. If you kind of bite past them, you kind of charge and keep most of your momentum, but they're pretty annoying. So here we just knock down these 4 water towers to put out the houses that are on fire. It's always the same pattern, so that's pretty convenient. There's also a Bilby hiding around here in the corner. Nice.
Yeah.
Why didn't he donate during CCR as well?
I don't know.
He's already got the ponytail, so he's halfway there. Oh wow, I missed the Bilby. That's annoying. Okay. So yeah, so there's just the Thunder Egg just like hiding in the under the waterfall here for whatever reason. I guess they just ran out of things to put in this level. So last Bilby's here, and then we have just one more mission in this level. So this is one of the things where you kind of have to be pretty quick or everything starts trolling. Wow, I can't aim. Please, there we go. Nope, go away. Okay, should be good. So you have to destroy these things, but the trolls come back and repair it, but you can do it pretty quickly. I kind of went a little bit safely there and took out the frills just to make sure none got repaired while I was doing the top section, but that was pretty quick, so I'm happy with that. Okay, so now we have the last level in this section, which is Snow Worries. Snow Worries has a pretty major skip in it near the end, actually. So, at the start of this level, we have this is like a teacher or something, and she loses all the kids in an avalanche. She's a very responsible adult. You actually see her again later, and she does exactly the same thing.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's laws against that kind of thing. Okay, so we have to go around collecting all the kids. The kids are in the first half of the area, so we do that first. And then we go across to the other half of the area, which is like a big mountain. We climb up to the top of it, and then we do a pretty major skip. I'll explain more about it in a minute when we get there. So here the kids are just hiding in like piles of snow and stuff. So we just collect a few of them. We actually have ice physics in this level. The ice physics in this game are pretty impressive in the fact that you can Wow, what hit me? What? Don't even know. Okay, you can pretty much just like drift on the ice and go pretty quickly. It's really nice. Although if the ice is flat, you go like no speed at all. So we kind of encounter both sets of physics here. The flat ones are really annoying, but the slanted one's really fun. Also, Flamerang does more damage than standard Boomerang, so I'll pretty much just sit on Flamerang for this entire level. Just to keep away any frills that decide to come near me. Frills are the kind of green bad guys, for the reference. These guys are called Blue Tongues. Yep. No, Sly isn't in this level. You first see Sly in a cutscene before this area, but you only actually meet him in Lair of Hanselplan. Typhus Smash. Wow. Okay. There's one kid up here. I don't know how they got there if there was an avalanche. Like, that just doesn't make sense. So there we go, we have all the kids. Handing them in is actually the last thing I'll do. Or penultimate, depending on if I get the pretty hard skip. If I fail to skip too much, I'll just go do the race, which is about a minute slower, but safer. It's not, the Lair isn't skipped as a level, we still do the level, but the normal path through the level is completely broken to hell. We skip straight to the end of the level and do the entire level backwards. But I'll explain more of that when we get to it, which is pretty soon actually. So yeah, again, more drifting. So here's the flat ice, and you can see you go really slowly on flat ice, unfortunately. Okay, so here we just have to shoot the lobster towards the cave. This is pretty simple. Just lighten it up and just volley boomerangs. And then once he's in the cave, we'll shut the cave down by hitting the, like, stalactites on the top. One more. Okay, he's enough. Right, so you lock him in your cage, and he gives you a thunder egg. So that's cool. Did I get that? No, I didn't. I missed. Wow. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we're now approaching the mountain. So normally, you can see these walkways, like, in the sky. We're actually going to get the old mill thunder egg, and normally what you would do is you would go along each of those walkways. At the end of each walkway there's a button. You activate all the buttons and it creates, like, moving platforms so you can climb up to the top of the mill. We actually skip all of the buttons and do a load of, few kind of precise jumps and a bit of kind of intense platforming to get around the normal way. Like, to get from the end of a level straight up to the top of the mill without having to go around all the walkways. It's a pretty risky trick because if I fall down, I pretty much have to death warp back up to the top. So I will keep trying it for a bit. If I fall down too many times or just not getting it, I'll go do the race instead. So here, it's a random pattern on the stalactites, you have to hit them in colour order. That was okay. That was a pretty meh pattern, you can get much better ones. Like, the ideal pattern would be that the next one's always next to the one you've hit before, so even if you miss slightly, you're not gonna knock down one by accident. Because if you hit them out of order, they all fall down, you have to start again from the start. Also, if you take too long, they all fall down, you have to start again from the start, so just kind of hope to be precise enough. Run along some floating ice, because, you know, why not, video games. And there's the last building. So now we're just heading over to the mill, so if there's anything you've got to read out.
Except shout out to those bikes going past outside. I think was picked up on the mics.
Probably. Also here I'm going to have the ability to show off the getting knocked out of an animation. Hopefully these guys cooperate anyway. So yeah, okay, I get punched, the music keeps playing but the animation's cancelled. So that would have been similar to what happened to Eddie. Okay, so here's a pretty silly trick. Cool. Okay. I'll just death warp down here and try it again. So that's unfortunate. So yeah, I fell down, unfortunately. This trick is pretty silly. These thrills here can death warp me. I'll try it one more time. If I fall down again, I'll probably just do the race, just considering that I've already had some issues with tricks in this run. Okay. Okay. Saved it. Ooh, almost, okay. So yeah, I'm just trying to get up on this kind of corner, which is just conveniently, you can stand on it. And then, okay, we're up there. So we jump up into there. That's the first bit done. Jump over here. Okay, hit the switch. Okay, we did it. We're in. Nice. And now what we do is you just mushroom walk back to the start, hand in the kids, and then we're done. So all in all, that didn't go too terribly. Why do you like to speedrun? Okay. So now we have the second boss, which is Croaky. The goal for this is like a mechanical shark. The goal for this guy is we go into the water, we hit up a kind of gas canister or something, he bites it, and then we blow it up using a flame arrow, and repeat 3 times, and then he takes ages to die, so that's fun. But yeah, hopefully he stays away. There's only actually really kind of 3 times he can attack me, and that's when I'm kind of like that. There we go. He'll only attack me once and then leave me alone anyway, so like, pretty much there's no chance to die here. But getting attacked is still a bit of a pain. Okay, that's the first one. Second one's over here. Just waiting. Yeah, this boss fight is pretty heavily based on Jaws, as you can probably tell from the music. Okay. So yeah, he takes quite a while to die. But that's the second boss, and now we have Frosty Rings, which are ice elemental. The kind of cool thing about Frosty Ranks is you can create platforms on water. That's actually used for a skip in the last level of the game. Well, not the last, like the last kind of collectible level in the game. But I'm actually not going to do it. I'm going to do a slightly safer route, which is about 20 seconds slower. But just because I'm not consistent with the more risky route. So yeah, the next level we have is Lair. And as I mentioned earlier, we do a skip which lets us go straight to the end of the level and then do the entire level in reverse. It's actually an out of bounds skip. So basically, if you've played this game casually, you'll know that you go through the level and you have Lenny the Lyrebird, which is this guy. He tells you what to do and you do exactly the opposite. And you go through the level like that and you get to the end and then you go in a building and you fight Sly. But it just so happens that the arena where you fight Sly isn't directly connected to that part of the level. It's actually pretty much underneath the starting area. Yeah, I'm playing this on GameCube. PS2's slowest version, Xbox is fastest. So I'm going to try and jump on this guy and use his hitbox to get stuck between him and the wall, maybe? Okay, and then jump, oops. So this is a kind of silly trick, unfortunately. No, it's the wrong way. I need to be pushed into a specific spot by, like, the game. Okay. There we go. So now we're out of bounds and we can just fly straight to this arena. It's just conveniently here. Walk outside, go back in to reload the fight, and now we're at the end of the level. And so I have to be kind of careful here. If I actually die to this fight, the level's basically soft locked. I pretty much have to do the intended route or reload the level, so that's something I don't want to do. Luckily, Sly is pretty much a pushover. Whoops. Okay, that was a good fight. So change the Frosty Rings, go here. So here's a boiler, and Lyrebird tells you to heat it up, so obviously you freeze it. There's lots of things like that in this level. Like, he'll tell you to go in the right entrance, you have to go in the left, the right one will walk you back to the start and stuff like that. Unfortunately, we don't get to hear any of his dialogue because we skipped the level. Okay. I have to wait for the platform cycle. So the cycle actually fixes when you go into that room and then continues again when you leave it, and I thought I set it up to a good cycle, but I was a little bit too slow. Okay. So now I just gotta do lots of things at once. I'm gonna hit the switches, there's a Bilby here which I'm gonna rescue. Some more switches. There's a seam here that I jump over. If you actually walk into that, you just get stuck for no reason. Wow, I fell down. That's an issue. Whoops. It's fine. It's not too much of an issue actually. Is it? Oh, I've got to go way over here. Okay. That was a bit silly, unfortunately. Also, yeah, this is probably the only level where the game lags, and it can lag pretty... Actually, yeah, that's the scene. There you go. You just get stuck there for no reason. Okay, go here. So we go in this other log. And then coming out from this log is actually the one consistent place where the game will lag. The frame drops pretty heavily. There it is. It's pretty significant. Luckily it's only that place and it doesn't really affect the gameplay. It's just more visual frame drops. So now we just go backwards all the way through the level, back to the start and where we get the race. Luckily everything else is just kind of conveniently on the way. So this level is very much designed to like backtrack, so you would go forwards, activate a switch and then come backwards and do what the switch opened, but luckily enough, because we're going backwards to begin with, we don't have to backtrack at all. Oh, I almost got that clog. That would have been bad. Yeah, it's still pretty easy to find copies of this game online. Wow, the spider. MVP spider. Okay. So yeah, if you did this normally, you'd go forward to this switch and then go back and get the thunder egg, but since we're going backwards to begin with, we have to backtrack, which is pretty convenient. Yeah, the Xbox version has much faster loading times. It's like 4 minutes faster or something.
So why aren't you playing it? No answer. I assume it's because he doesn't have a console or something.
I don't have an Xbox. And you'd have to get an NTSC copy because the PAL version is a lot slower, so... You'd have to get either an NTSC Xbox and copy of the game, or somehow soft mod an Xbox.
Yeah,
Whereas-
soft modding Xboxes it's difficult.
Whereas I just have a
It's not
soft modded Wii, so I can just
easier.
play the GameCube version easy peasy.
Is this the NTSC version? No.
Yeah, this is NTSC GameCube.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
I used to run PAL, and then I got a NTSC copy, and immediately dropped like 6 minutes on a single run. Even if you have PAL, like sub 120 is possible if you put a lot of practice in, but it's pretty hard. And so here is the one thing that's weird about this level, because we went backwards, we have to activate this gate. Luckily though, we can just kind of... The boomerangs have collision for the entire flight path, so we can just shoot the boomerang around the gate and open the switch from the other side. It's just faster to walk there using that log than it is to walk back. Oh yeah, so I'm also jumping on water slides because it makes you move faster. There is actually, you meant to hold X and you kind of crouch down, but you basically don't gain any speed at all, whereas this is actually a pretty significant speed increase. Especially going around corners, for some reason. Okay.
Crash is the best one. The first game was faster than Japan. The second one is PAL. The third one is America.
Nice.
Need all the consoles.
Yeah.
CTR is NTSC as well, isn't it?
NGCU,
Okay.
American.
So this is Beyond Black Stump. There's the koala lady again. She's lost the kids again. We actually start off the
think
level
you-
with a nice bit of hitbox
I
abuse
think
over here.
NGC.
I'm gonna try and bait 2 frills here. Wow, that was kind of interesting.
200%.
Oh god.
Come on.
Why did you come here in the end? Because you crashed on
Okay. So I'm trying to. There we go. Stand between those 2 frills, and then you can just get stuck between them, stand on top of them, and jump up there. So I'm actually need to be kind of careful with my health in this level, so we'll be trying to do a death warp later on, and if I don't have the right number of health, like right amount of health, then I can get pretty screwed and lose quite a bit of time. So I'm going to try and be a little bit more careful. Ooh. And yeah, for some reason the hitbox doesn't extend all the way to the edge there, so I can just stand on the edge and not get hit by the fire. For the most part these logs have pretty huge hitboxes, but some of them are pretty tiny, which is very convenient for me. So now we're just gonna pop back and forward to get this guy. Ooh, don't fall down. Open this cage and then go back over there, because we need to go over there anyway. Huh. So yeah, boomerang's also auto-target, which is not necessarily always helpful. I'm gonna kill these frills because they have a tendency to just get in my way later, and I just want to be safe because I don't have the best amount of health right now. Wait, actually I have 3/4, I think. So I'll take a hit in a second. Again here, just get stuck on between a tree and a slope, and just jump along. Hit me. Okay, we're good. So half health. I don't want to swim here because, like in Mario 64, if you go into the water, it resets your health to full. And considering I want to death warp in like a minute, that's not really very convenient at all. These frills. Wow, he's a bit too close. Okay. So just clear out a little bit of the path now. Yeah, the auto target is incredibly strong. Okay. Walk into this. Well, no, there we go. Got you. Okay, go. And then we default back to the start, which puts this here. So we hand in the kids, and then we do the race. So this is, we actually do all the races in these levels, like we did it in Lair, we do it in this one, and we do it in the next one as well. Just because it works out a lot more conveniently. This level's actually pretty huge, like we have this entire mountain, there's also another side to the mountain, and it has some stuff down there, but everything else we could do would take way too long to get to, whereas the race is just conveniently there and only takes a minute and a half, whereas most stuff takes about 3 minutes to even get to before you could even do the Thunder Egg itself. So it just works out a lot better to take the race. Yeah, there's a tie 2 and a tie 3. Actually, someone called Skitless Speedruns has recently picked up tie 3 and he's been putting some work into it, so that's pretty cool to see. And I'm getting a copy of tie 2 at some point, and I'm going to try and maybe put some time into that and see if it's a like viable speedrun. I know some people have put some time into it and not really found anything yet, but even if it's just like routing missions or whatever, something to do, I guess. Yeah, they're very different to the first game though. Like chat saying, it's much more mission based. $24, nice, okay. 124, that's pretty decent. So now we climb up to the kind of upper area and do a couple more things. We're going to collect the last couple of bilbies, there's one here. There's 2 more up the top, and then we just have to catch a kid and then carry on. A nice bit of platforming here. The hitbox on that cog basically takes up like 60% of the platform. You don't even have to be anywhere near it and you can just trigger it. Here the camera flips, so although I'm facing that way, I'm now facing that way. So many times I've held forward during that cutscene, skipped it, and then just walked off the edge and had to climb all the way back up again. It's pretty inconvenient. It's just another case of a Thunder Egg just lying around. It's in there. Can't see anything. There we go. Okay. So that was just like another boomerang boost up that gives you just enough height to grab that ledge. You can also jump off the crate, but if you destroy the crate and you can't get the boost, you have to go back down to the bottom area because that's where it empties out to, and then go all the way back around. So that's quite nice that it's there. There's a kid, we're gonna go sort him out later. He runs one of 2 directions, each one is pretty much the same time. It's not really too much of a difference. One's more convenient for me just because I get it more consistently, but I shouldn't really miss any of them. Touch him, where's he going? Okay, that's the nice pattern, I like this one better. So basically he just keeps running, you just have to stand in front of him, that's it. It's nothing too intense. And that's the end of this level. So this is Rex Spot. This is the biggest single level in the game, and it's a water-based level as well, which is very nice for moving around because obviously you swim really quickly. I'm actually going to do the route that does the race at the end. There is a faster but riskier route which saves around 30 seconds, but it involves a pretty hard trick that this route doesn't have, and I'm not consistent at it yet, so I'm just using this route mainly for safety. But this is also a pretty long level. The story mission in this game is finding treasure chests, and we have to go over treasure chests in order, so it's pretty painful. We can't go out of order or skip ahead or anything. But it's kind of nice because the route we take through the level has a lot of thunder eggs on the way. So this next one we get is the throw boats. Throw boats is one of the biggest sources of RNG in the run. They can be in random positions, they do random actions, and we just kind of have to hope that they stop in convenient places so that you can kill them pretty quickly. But there's basically two ways to kill them. Either I put an ice block in front of them, or kill the oil barrel they chuck with a flame ring and it blows up. They take about the same amount of time to die no matter what you do, but the amount of time it takes for them to die is insane, so that was pretty quick. The second and third ones, for some reason, like float all the way down to the bottom of the level before triggering, so you have to wait about 10 seconds after killing them, for whatever reason. Okay, that was pretty decent. So now we just have to wait for these guys to die. You might wonder why I don't go do some other stuff, but it's because the cutscene warps you back here, and there's not enough time to go do anything constructive. Yeah. This guy takes a while, for some reason. There we go. So this is a pretty annoying trick here, coming up. Normally, like, this massive structure to the right is like a volcano, and you can go in it from the other side, walk away through it, and you come out here in these platforms, and you jump down the platforms to get the thunder egg, but we can jump up from this very convenient, slightly raised bit of beach, and go straight to it. This trick is pretty precise. Hopefully I get it fairly quickly. But this is probably one of the most painful tricks in the run, considering it's so late, and not something I have completely consistent, unfortunately. That was just bad. Right. Come on, please. Nope. Basically, I need to run along the seam and jump right at the end of the seam, going the same angle as the seam, otherwise I don't get enough height. So it's pretty dumb. It's like almost pixel perfect jump. There we go. Okay, that wasn't too bad.
Nice.
So here we're getting the thunder egg is over here. We just do the intended route here because there's no faster way that's been found. So we just jump between the platforms. Interestingly enough, you have to get a pretty kind of precise jump boost to be able to even make this gap. So even casually, like, it's a bit of a pain to do this. But if you start the hover as pretty much as soon as possible after the jump, you pretty much always get it. Yeah, Xbox is about 3 to 4 minutes faster because of loading times. So there's a couple more chests left. Nothing bad to do, just cycle through my viewings. Yeah, the one good thing about the kind of other route, although it's a bit riskier, there's a lot more, like, it feels like you're doing a lot more, because every trick is a lot closer together, just because of a different order. So here's the last, well, it's not the last one, this is the last treasure chest we have to go and get, and then we can just go straight to the last one. The last one's actually there from the start, I think, I'm pretty sure, but you can't actually, it won't do anything until you've got all the rest of them. So then we have this, and then we have the race, and then we're done with this level. That emo.
Some great music here.
Yeah, this game has good music, but this is pretty repetitive at this point.
Yeah, this track, unfortunately, is like the one you hear the most of in the game, and it's probably the most repetitive. That's a shame, really. Yeah, but talking to Ali is what triggers the quest anyway. Okay, so yeah, this is the guy who can swim really quickly, so he'll overtake me about now. But when you're on the ground, like, he also takes a really silly route. You actually end up using the water more than he does, even though he goes like twice as fast in the water. Because the AI's routing's pretty bad. But he runs along the shore here, you can just use the water because it's conveniently deep enough. Also for swimming, as far as I'm aware, mashing and holding A is the same speed, but I just like mashing because it makes me feel like I'm going faster. That's all there is to it. So hopefully this, whoa, whoops, didn't get the dive. I was gonna say hopefully this will be sub 130, but I don't think it will be now. Oh, maybe, I don't know. Okay. Whatever. Okay, so now we have the third boss, which is Fluffy, the giant robot Yeti. I stopped asking questions about this game's logic a long time ago. But the boss is split into 3 phases. The first 2 we use fire, the last one we use ice. And this boss fight is okay as long as I don't die at the start of the second phase. That's the only kind of issue I can have. Because the hitboxes on these hand smashes are huge. And just, yeah. And the arms have pretty bad hitboxes as well. You can be aiming past the arms and the boomerang will hit the arm because the game thinks it's in the way. Ooh, yeah. What? That didn't do anything, really? Please. Okay. I'm actually gonna take a death warp. No, I'm not, apparently. Okay, this is... okay, there we go. That might have messed up the cycle though, because I died pretty late. Basically, as long as I don't die, I get pretty nice fire cycles on these things because they turn off and on at set intervals. Okay, I got a bad cycle, unfortunately. I shouldn't have taken that death off, I should have tried to yellow it a bit. But yeah, you have to shoot flame rangs through the fire and then they go like super fire rangs or something. And actually deal damage. So we just go back and forward. This is actually okay. And then we just hit him with Frosty Rang 3 times. You can get a bit of a double hit, I don't know what causes it. I've got it a couple of times where I shoot both boomerangs and they both do damage. But it's not consistent. Okay, so that's the last boss. That's the last kind of area boss. We now have Zappy Rangs, which are electric element. And now we're going to the end game, so we have 2 more levels left and then the final battle. The first of the 2 levels is Cass's Pass, and it has a pretty major skip in it. And then we have Cass's Crest, which unfortunately doesn't, and has a pretty annoying mid-boss, and then we do the final battle, which is pretty fun. So yeah, shoot this generator. Use the door. Again, just avoiding the rainbow scale because I don't want it. So anyone who's played this game casually will know that normally in this level you kind of walk around for a bit, and then you have a water slide, and then you have a kind of pool of water which has some moving platforms, and the platforms are just a real pain. They're just on a global timer, and if you try and get there at a sensible time, they're always on a terrible cycle. So whatever, we can just skip all of that because everything in this game has collision, like I've said a couple of times. Wow, including things that really shouldn't have collision, like trees. So basically we're going to jump on a tree and then jump past everything in the level. Nope. So that's the tree I'm trying to get on. Maybe? No. It's a pretty precise tree. There's a very small portion of the tree you can actually land on. And if I go too far, I'm going to take damage from the spikes below, which I don't want to do, so I'm taking it a little bit safe. Okay, we're on there. Jump here, jump over this fence, and yeah, this is the end of a level, pretty much.
Nice, dude.
So there we go. That wasn't too bad, actually. That was pretty quick.
Yeah.
So here you're meant to bite chain through the pies, but there's nothing stopping you going through the water at all. And you can swim a lot faster than you can run, so we're going to use the water. Also, it's a lot easier to dodge the cutscene trigger on this last island if you go from the water, because if you go too near that sign, Mori talks to you, whereas going along the side here, he doesn't.
I'm not saying I encourage it. I'm saying something.
Okay, so Cass's Crest. This has Crazy Bat Lady. I don't know what her actual name is, but I call her Crazy Bat Lady. So basically we just have to kind of go towards these geyser things and hit the switch. Or geyser if you're American. Okay, there we go. So hit the switch. The first one I want to hit pretty quickly so that I don't get attacked by the bats, because if the bats start like aggroing you, you pretty much just have to stand still and wait for them to attack you before you can carry on, because you can't shoot boomerangs through them, unfortunately. So we just carry on. Yeah, I don't remember the name. Whoops. I was looking at chat and not paying attention. Okay. The second phase we have to wait for a little bit. We shouldn't have to wait too long, in theory. Okay, that's fine. We don't have to wait at all. You just basically have to wait for her to scream, and that means she's in place here. So you can just jump straight past. The third one, unfortunately, we have to wait for quite a while before we can actually attack her. So there's a bit of just standing around. Wow, that hitbox, please. BB, chat's pretty happy to see you. So yeah, now I just have to wait for Crazy Bat Lady. So if there's anything to read out right now would be a brilliant time. No? Okay, cool.
I guess I could read out that we have no donations. People should donate, but
Okay,
that's all I can say.
that's fine. There we go. That should be good. Yep, okay. So I'm just gonna wait. I always make sure she's taking damage before I jump over here, otherwise she'll aggro you, and just like the bats, you pretty much just have to wait to take the damage before you can continue. And also kind of get a bit close. Okay, so that's the end of Cass's Crest. Now we're on to the final battle. Whoa, don't fall down. Don't do that, that would be bad. Okay, final battle. So the final battle is against this guy, which is Boss Cass on a giant robot. There's 3 phases. First phase, we freeze the turrets that shoot fire and then eat them.
I like the fact that it's actually called Final Battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Final battle. The final battle.
It's so
Well,
you're sure.
it's to the point.
They ran out of
They were
puns.
like, whoa, what should we call it?
I think they ran
well,
out of puns at this point.
It's the final battle.
Okay, I'm actually...
Yeah, there was
not
no final
great.
countdown puns available at the time.
Yeah, I'm not on great health right now, so I'm actually going to take this a
Flippy,
little
don't
bit
look
safe.
at me like that.
So I'm just going to wait for this fire cycle. Ideally I'd have half health so I can run through here, just take the damage and carry on. Okay, so now there's these glass pillars, each one takes 2 hits, just take them out. Unfortunately there's a lot of enemies in this room, and so I have to kind of be a bit quick, otherwise I'll start getting aggroed by everything. And it just gets pretty annoying. Because they're very good at getting in your way. Wow, no, that's not helpful. Okay. Just loop this around a bit. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay, that's really bad. So, yeah. I got stuck in a stand, like, between two things there, and so just like everywhere else I would normally be able to jump up and stand, but because there's no third wall, you just kind of get stuck sliding into it forever until you bite out of it, and then if you bite, you can't hit the frills because they're immune to bite, so yeah, that's helpful. Okay, now we have the Doomerang.
This is the best part.
This is the best part. This is the best end to a game ever. So basically we fly the Boomerang through here and blow up the robot. And this takes like a minute and a half.
Nice throw.
So yeah.
Anything difficult in steering at all, or is it just like...
It's just control stick. There's nothing else. It's just not hitting things. It's always exactly the same. We always go left at the, like, kind of, the choice coming up. There it is. Always go left. It's slightly faster. It's like 2 seconds faster or something, I think. I timed it out as.
Wow.
Left for the win.
Yeah. So yeah, time's coming up in about a minute.
Will the robot blowing out this time?
Yeah, the time is when we see the Boomerang on the final loading screen, which loads the cutscene at the end.
They really like this idea, then.
I really like this as a final battle. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it just needs a little bit more maybe, but
Keeps going.
it's pretty funny. Yeah, dude,
It's like 2
the
minutes long.
Boomerang.
It's the Doomerang actually. This is called the
Doomerang.
Doomerang.
Now it all makes sense.
This is so
Okay,
tense.
ready on time. Time. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that was Tasmanian Tiger.
Yay.
Was it 160? Yeah, okay. I'm pretty happy with that. That was good.
Lost a lot of time from the,
So yeah,
the dark screen at the start.
and then it's the last talisman.
Wow.
Talismans are back where they belong. Order is restored and chaos has been averted. All thanks to you, Ty, the Tasmanian Tiger.
It's actually with the
And then your parents reappear and you're like, oh my
What
god,
the hell?
parents. It's like, what do I do now?
Why does his parents appear?
Because at the start of the game, when the talismans disappear, they get taken into the portal for whatever reason.
It's so story stuff.
Yeah, it's story
is that
stuff.
his mouth, or does he just have a hole in his face?
No, that is his mouth.
They have side mouths.
Yes, the mouth's at the side.
This is ending, yo.
Yep, there we go.
Yay.
That's it.
Freeze for. Oh my. What is that? Has to be a joke. The credits. Oh, you can speed them up.
Yeah, you can speed it up.
Well, we don't want to watch the credits.
Can you do that in Crash?
You don't.
I don't. No, you can't. You can't even skip them. In Crash Tag Team Racing on the NTSC version,
Oh.
you can. There's lovely comments on the about the people, like there is in
But-
Simpsons Hit and Run.
Don't want to
That's
play
like-
that game though.
So yep, that's it.
Radical have that.
Good run.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, good job.
Cool. Turn off the game, yes.
Hey Flippy, are you saying Ty the Tasmanian Tiger is superior because you can speed the credits up?
Say yes. Say yes.
That is exactly what I'm saying.
I hate it. Anyway.
Nice.
Okay, you are watching European Speed Assembly 2014. Coming up is Goof Troop co-op hard mode by Alco and Ednal. That should be ready soon. There's a little bit more technical stuff to set up, so we should be with you soon. So thanks for waiting.